Sexy.
I'm fired up. I'm fired up.
Hey,
let's
yo,
go.
let's be professional.
We're trying.
We're trying. First.
It's Lions Day, goddammit! It's Lions Day!
Now,
Can you hear?
I want to make fun of you.
We're going to start with that.
Yes, you damn right. Because a few weeks ago, when the Lions were playing in the stupid kickoff, you're like, oh, gee, isn't this great? This is the beginning of football. And I said, no, it's not.
Yeah.
Today is the beginning of football. This is the regular season, bro.
Mm-hmm.
This exhibition crap, no.
No.
The kickoff class, what is that thing called?
The Hall of Fame game?
Yeah, forget that. This is for real.
So nothing up until now has made you feel, all right, football
No.
season
No.
is here. It's today.
No. Because at the end of the day, today, the Lions would be 1-0 or 0-1.
Facts.
And there's a less than 2% chance they'd be 0-1.
Yeah.
It never happens.
And the fan base is going to freak out about something tomorrow. We know that's going to happen.
Sure.
Win or lose.
What?
It's game day,
They're
baby.
supposed to freak out. That's right.
They're supposed to freak out. Also, happy Father's Day. Oh, it's not Father's Day for you. It's Father's Day for Kirby Joseph. I'm sorry. We're playing the Packers.
Oh, geez.
I see what you did
Yeah,
there.
you know, Kirby Joseph makes Packers quarterbacks his son.
Okay, yeah, I was wondering what the hell you were talking about.
Yeah.
Now I get it. Now
I get the holidays mixed
You know,
up.
I love it. You're being funny.
Come on.
Ha, ha.
And you guys want to know
That's
something?
a
man?
very
What up,
ha-ha.
Kool-Aid?
As much as we've heard, and this might be true to some degrees, that the regular season doesn't really matter. Just show me what happens in the playoffs. Everybody in Detroit is fired up today, man. Everybody. Why? Because we know that the journey starts today. And Dan Campbell said it best last year and in the beginning. And at the beginning of each and every season he's been here, we take this thing game by game. We know what the goal is, but what's on the menu today is what we are going to eat.
That's
And
right.
I'm fired up, man.
Actually-
Kneecaps,
Y'all better
motherfucker.
start smashing that like button. I'm ready to go. I need to see the comments in here. I need you guys to be on Broder and T-Fall's head. I need to crash that at some point from Willie B because Michael Parsons is talking greasy. I'm just fired up right, man. Back to the desk. Woo!
I'm happy for you.
I'm fired up, man.
I know you
Good.
can feel the energy ruminating out of that booth, T-Foss.
I know usually dudes come in all dead and everything, but
It's live in this bitch.
do
Willie.
the actual show. I don't like to brag, but we have some breaking news.
We do.
I told you last week that Isaac Tesla was not going to replace Jameson Williams next year.
No, right. You said that.
That he has a special skill set that nobody else, what few people have. The dude can just run.
Speed.
So now what happens the day before the season begins?
DNCNT, Waymo got Waymo money.
He got
Way more J-Mo.
So he could pass out more $100 bills at Eastern Market if he wants.
No, Terry,
Water bottle sales
Terry,
just
you
went
can't
up
be
in
doing
Detroit.
that at night. You
I
can't
know.
be giving out money or
I know.
handing out water
I
or
know.
hosting kids camps. You can't do that.
Let's go.
Or else the fan base
I
is
hear
going to
you.
get on you.
You know what? You can pass them out if you want. You got my permission.
Yeah. Dude,
All
it
right.
happened. 3-year extension. He's paid right around what T. Higgins gets paid down in Cincinnati.
Mm-hmm.
Were you surprised this happened right now?
No, I'm not. Because
Hey,
I think what happened is, A, they have trust in him. B, he hasn't been clowning.
Mm-hmm.
And C, and we will see this maybe today, maybe next week, the Lion coaches like him so much, they're going to have some special stuff for him. Little packages. I don't think they used him the right way the first few years. And probably some of it had to do with trust. They didn't trust this dude.
Yeah. Coaches and Jared Goff?
Coaches mostly.
Yeah.
And I still haven't heard if him and Jared Goff have been together throwing balls and stuff like that. I have not heard that.
But we've seen in the Cowboys game, in the Bears game, Jared Goff can hit J-Mo on that deep route.
Yes.
Which I don't think is even how they're going to expand what he can do with this offense, having J-Mo go deep. Honestly, that might be Tesla. Tesla may be the one who's stretching the defense, and they're going to use J-Mo all over the field. Stick Radio in the chat, Mr. Stam Stick Day, says,
God.
but the money should have
But
gone
my
to
ass, be
Z.
quiet.
It
What-
should have
what
gone to
is
Za'Darius Smith. clowns. He was
Some
being sarcastic. Before I get your take on that, Dante151, a super chat. $5. Happy Football Sunday, Week 1. Lions by $1 million. And to everyone who said that they would let J-Mo walk, 3 years, 83 million MFers, he says in the chat.
And
thank you all for being here.
No
J-Mo
decent
got
edge
paid.
rusher.
Kool-Aid.
I was just going to say, and Brad Holmes strikes again because our question continues to be, how is he going to pay all these guys? We had these questions about Kirby Joseph. We had these wonderings about Aleem McNeil. We had these wonderings about J-Mo, and I'm going to tell you this, I just don't think we should have these wonderings anymore. We know Aiden's going to get paid. Brian Branch is going to get paid. And if there's some casualties along the way, that's just what happens. We saw how it was with Alexander Zalone to start the season. We see what went on with Big Z, and if it means we get to keep our guys in-house, our dogs, the drafted ones, the homegrown ones, let's rock.
Yeah.
Let's rock and roll.
Now, Chat, thank you all for being here. If you hit us with the super chat, you'll jump to the top of the line. But if you drop gold like DNCNT just did in the chat, I'll read it too. He says J-Mo is now tied for 20th highest paid wide receiver in football, tied with Tay Adams and Chris Godwin. That's pretty good, locking him up before what I believe and a lot of people believe is he's going to have another year where he elevates his game. And then how much would he cost as the salary cap goes up, as more receivers get paid? Locking him in at about $27 million a year. Brad Holmes, it did some work.
It's good unless he starts dropping passes, then
Yeah.
it's not real brilliant.
Yeah.
But I think
Don't put that out there. Don't wish that evil on me,
but
Ricky
then they
Bobby.
already tell us that he's not going to be an elite pass catcher.
Yeah, that was another year one bullshit. Like, he doesn't have hands.
Oh, who said that?
Yeah, I don't
Who
know.
said that?
Not me.
No.
Come on,
Dan
accountability.
Campbell, the liar. I told you.
He did say that. There was a lot of talk about
Right.
J-Mo's hands.
Right.
I'm not worried about his hands anymore.
Shout
I'm not
out
worried
Dan
about his
Campbell.
route tree.
Big Dan,
Oh,
dude.
there's
Shout out Dan Campbell. He showed up. He heard y'all talking.
my savior, MCDC.
You know what I want to see?
What?
I think Channel 4, they're doing a thing. They're hanging out with Dan Campbell's wife. And she looks like she just will just talk.
Holly?
Yeah, Holly.
Holly's blown up a bit in the last year on social media, posting pics of Dan with. Dan Campbell's a big dude. They have this little, probably 2.5 pound dog, rat, whatever you want to call it. He's helping his daughter move into college
Dog
and messing
rat.
up the, what is it, the foam sack, the sack of suds?
It was this big old sack of stuff, bro.
Yeah.
I don't even know what it was.
Throwing it in the truck. Dan Campbell, Holly has sort of brought Dan Campbell into the social media spotlight on a personal
And
level.
he probably doesn't want it.
No, he doesn't.
But, that's what women do. They talk and they do stuff. And I mean, like Matthew Stafford, his wife was bringing him in. Matthew Stafford just wants to play ball and go home. But she was putting him in social media and stuff like that.
She may talk a little too much. It's kind of why we boo kids here in Detroit now, at least when the Rams come. No, Holly, it doesn't seem like she's talking too much, but it's been cool seeing a personal side of Dan Campbell at, I think, She-Wolf or one of the Italian restaurants downtown is their favorite. I don't know. That's the one part about like social media these days that I really like, getting to know celebrities, football, like these big, massive human beings who so many people look up to, and they go to war every Sunday.
Yep.
They're humans just
And,
like
and you
us.
know what I like about Holly Campbell as well on social media? It was like she got a social media account. I remember the media asked Dan Campbell, he said, look, I don't answer for anything she's going to post on her page. She is her own woman. She can do these things, and I trust her. But what has she posted on her page? Well, she was a part of the Detroit Lions Academy. She was at their graduation, and we got to see all the little kids of Detroit that are privileged enough to go, that got the opportunity to go to that academy. She's there, front and center, helping with these things. This is the stuff she's choosing. And then her and Dan
probably put her
Campbell
up
stuff
to it
is pretty
because
dope.
Dan Campbell cannot initiate stuff on social media. Here's why. If they lose a game, you're going to get these idiots saying, well, if you didn't post all those pictures, we would have had time to make the team better. They always do stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, if the Lions have a bad season, you know what's going to be the blame? Applebee commercials.
Goodness gracious.
Well, if he wasn't making Applebee commercials all the time, the team would be better.
Yeah.
Hey, but tell me this wasn't gangster, though, right? So after they went and they put that drubbing on the Dallas Cowboys, because why leave it close? They left it close before it got screwed in the skipper game, right? So they went out there and handled business while the Dallas Cowboys couldn't play in their own stadium in the sun. Let that be what it is. You can't play in the sun, whatever. But what did she do after Christie called Dan Campbell classless? Like, this is so gangster to me. You use Instagram. You willed it to your power. She took him out to a restaurant, cleaned him up, got the hair all cut, put it like a flannel on him, had like a wine instead of a beer, and took the picture and said classy. Yeah. I'm just like, bro, she gets it, man. She's quickly been adopted as one of us, man. And it's refreshing after we had such an outspoken individual before who actually helped the Detroit Kool-Aid platform take off. We had a crazy run-in, like some 15 years ago with Miss Kelly B. Hall at that time, that went viral because she was talking about and bashing the fans. It's like, why do this? I've only seen Holly help out the people, but it's not like it's been all roses the whole time. The first season and a half wasn't the best record-wise at all.
Right. Now let's talk about Broder's boy. You know who your boy is now? No, it's not Jared Goff. Don't give me that Jared Goff.
Y'all war should get Jared Goff a lot.
He's obsessed with Micah Parsons.
I'm not obsessed with
You
Micah
are.
Parsons. That's bullshit.
Every
Terry.
time he says something, you get all pissed off.
Okay, if that's what it is, yeah, I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed, and I admit it. I admit it. Put him in the ground today. Penei Sewell, I don't care. Just one play. I don't care what the play is. Just break off. Find Parsons. Destroy at least one time. I'm sorry.
But they still got
yes,
anyway.
Devin the Dog, $4.99 Super Chat says, we need Kool-Aid and KG back on the desk. Give us Woodward Pistons show.
It's on the way.
It's on the way. Everyone, if you're new to Woodward
It's on the
Sports,
way.
we got a lot going on. Kool-Aid is our credentialed Pistons beat reporter and writer, among a million other things he does at the network. Pistons are coming this year. We're talking Lions. And Devin the Dog also gave us a $5 Super Chat.
Shout out.
Wants a moment of silence for the original Sam Flannel take, referring to Jameson Williams.
Shout out my brother.
He does follow up. He says, hey, no trashing Sam. I love the dude. He a true sports analyst and my brother for life. But Sam Flannel, like others, didn't believe in Jameson Williams, who's now getting paid. We're coming to Micah Parsons real quick, but DNCENT in the chat, Terry, put another gem. J-Mo's now the only player on the books in 2030 for the Lions. Not St. Brown, Sewell, Goff, Jameson, effing Williams, he says.
Right.
Not too shabby.
Just because they're paying him doesn't mean he's arrived. It simply means they believe he's arrived.
Yeah.
So that's huge there.
And you know what he represents, right? With Jameson Williams, he represents one of those. You know what? We're gonna take a chance on a Brad Holmes type player. He was injured, and look at him right now. I think that he's the prototype, and hopefully Davenport can be the second one like that. Give us something this season, Dad.
Yeah, they see that developmental path. Like J-Mo is just going up and up and up, on and off the
From
field.
injury to paid.
But he's not at the top. He's not even anywhere close to his ceiling, which is the exciting part to me. But on the opposite side of the ball, you texted me earlier this week, and I was like, there's been a shift in what people are saying about the Packers because of Micah Parsons, who keeps running his freaking mouth, Terry.
He runs his mouth.
It doesn't piss you off?
No. What has he said that's so bad? He said he doesn't like Detroit.
He said that 3 years ago, 2 years ago. He said he does like Detroit. He doesn't like trick plays. We know he's throwing shots at Ben Johnson, at the Detroit Lions, referencing, well, I wasn't in that game last year when Detroit won. I think it was 47-9. Oh, trick plays, or if you can't, you're not tough enough to beat you fair and square. Trick plays mean you're soft.
I will disagree with that statement, but
me too.
Going for it on fourth down, you can make a case that means you're not good enough.
You can make a case,
and that's what the Lions do.
Yeah.
Because, and I don't know this man from Adam. I don't know if he's going to change, but I have believed over the years that when Dan Campbell has a better team, a team that he believes in, he's not going to go for it on fourth down as much. There will be fewer trick plays. So I think a little bit of what Michael Parsons said was true. It means you don't feel that you're good enough. You got to do some stuff. But I think that pertains more about going forward on fourth down, because the way the league is supposed to work, you get the ball on first down, you get 3 plays to make a first down, and if you don't, you punt.
Yeah.
Or kick a field goal.
Yeah.
But now Dan Campbell said, nah, we're going to go for it.
Historically, I think you're reading it 100% correct, where if you have to go for it on fourth down, it's because you don't trust your defense on the field. You don't think you can have a shootout with the team you're playing. Like, you need to do that to balance out the game. But I think Dan Campbell and this Lions team has shifted that, at least for them, where going for it on fourth down, the trick plays, they're a strategy. And it's not a strategy because they're scared. It's a strategy to put more pressure on the opposite team, that they have to play defense for 4 downs now.
Well, that's a fear. They're scared.
Yeah.
They have to put their defense back on the field.
The defense
So
has to.
that's scared. Being scary.
But I think there's doing that in the Washington playoff game when you really are missing your first, second, and third string defense, and there's doing it earlier in the season where you are full strength.
Okay, all right, here. Talk to your Uncle Terry here.
All right, Unc.
Sit down. Why is Micah Parsons in your head?
Oh, he's not.
He
Good
is.
question.
I don't like people that trash my city for no good reason.
He's not trashing your city. He's
He's been
trashing the Detroit Lions.
He said Detroit. He's got to be more specific.
Well, you know what he's talking about.
I know what he's talking about.
But he's not supposed to like Detroit. He plays for, do you like Green Bay?
No.
Okay, then. Well, he's just doing what he's supposed to do.
He would like Detroit if he got paid $247 million by
But
the
he
Lions.
didn't.
Yeah.
Brad Holmes didn't want him.
Yeah.
He didn't want Za'Darius Smith. He doesn't want another edge rusher.
I want to ask you about that. But you're right.
That's
Brad
gonna be a
Holmes
down.
didn't want him. But why doesn't he just shut his mouth? You're coming to this new team. You were a distraction in Dallas. You're laying on the medical table, causing a commotion. I guess it led to you getting paid. But you're a mess down there in Dallas. You come to Green Bay. There's not a lot of talk. Like, Green Bay and the Lions hate each other, the Packers and the Lions. There's not a lot of verbal bulletin board material being handed back and forth. Micah Parsons is coming. He's just talking. Just
Exactly
shut
that.
up, dude.
Well, let's see if that continues, because when you get a new kid in town, which is Micah Parsons, the media is going to be at his locker every day, asking him questions every day, and he's a talker. I have no problem with that, because the thing I don't like as a journalist is guys that when you put the microphone in front of them and say, well, you know, it's a tough ball game, and, you know, they're really good, and, you know, I'm looking forward to playing them.
Yeah, but
They don't say anything.
I agree with you as a journalist. I've been there, so I get it. You've helped me as well. But as a teammate, they just had Tucker Kraft in that locker room talking greasy last year. Talking greasy. I don't think that worked out too well for him, because this Kirby Joseph is already a dog, and then they turned him into super dog. It was just like, what is going on out here? And then you got Kirby walking around the field again like Sheila, in his Sheila spirit, like, I own this place. Where is he at? He was talking, had the homies behind him too, video camera in it. Where's Tucker at? Now you got Mike, and I get it, much better player. But you're not going up against some slop. That's the thing here. And you're giving bulletin board material to a bunch of petties. Amon-Ra St. Brown is petty. From what we hear, Jared Goff can be very petty. So it's like you're about to get these guys hopped up in Aiden Hutchinson's first game back. I don't know. I don't think it's a good recipe.
Kirby Joseph don't talk shit.
But he backs it up. Backs it up.
So is Micah Parsons.
We're going to see today. We going to see. Because I don't think that it's going to be all roses for him. We've heard this same story. The Packers are the team to beat. We've heard this already.
Right now,
and they
last 2
keep
weeks.
getting run down in the streets. We're not even driving fast. It's like we just in a little old EV just pulling up on them, because we don't even need the full throttle against the Packers. They haven't even been our biggest threat in the NFC. Think about that. And they still, now you got a new guy talking. Ironically, where's McKinney? He was talking before, and Rieger, shout out to Rieger, hit him up like, hey, how you feeling now? He was like, you know what? My mouth is shut. These guys want to continue to go out there and talk. This stuff has hopped them up. That's why I'm actually kind of glad that the Lions even though we were all for the ski mask energy, I'm glad that it was just, it's about our business. We're going in here, and every game it's about going out there.
But don't you think he's trying to hype up his locker room? Maybe he's walking.
They tried that for 2 games in a row, and they got smacked.
And guys are like, the Lions are really tough.
Keep talking.
Fuck that.
There's
about to go ahead and beat them.
There's a more professional way to hype up your own team.
But he is a defensive end. He's not supposed to be professional.
No.
On the mic, maybe.
No, really.
I mean, not against the Detroit Lions. Not against. Kiazi in the chat had a good point. He said, let him talk, Broder. Do you know the Lions are built for being hated on? There's not a team in all of sports that responds more efficiently like the Lions do to being hated on. It's true.
No,
they
that's
take
true.
that. They take that and they use that. Jared Goff used a whole stint in L.A. to drive him to lead this Lions team to back-to-back NFC North champions, sweeping the Packers, going into Lambeau multiple years. I heard Jared Goff couldn't throw in the cold. I heard the Lions couldn't travel and play in cold weather. I heard it. Someone said it.
Okay. All right, here's what we have to do as Detroiters.
Put us in our place, T.
Let's stop getting butthurt when somebody says something about our city or a team.
I got that forward down the field.
No. We become bitch-like when they said something about our city. We go, I'm going to protest. This is ridiculous.
Jared Allen used to have me hot with that.
But you know what? Here's the thing. Here's why nobody said anything about Detroit or the Lions specifically, because they stunk. Now that they're the kings of the North, people are going to take shots at
You know what,
the Lions
you
in
right.
Detroit. Get used to it.
You right.
Yeah, Burns says $5 super chat. We're the bullies now. Who cares what they think?
Goddamn
they play
right.
in a hayfield. They're too poor to build a real stadium, so they act like a cult about it. That was Burn. $5 super chat. Thank you, sir. You said, they're the kings of the NFC North. Why do 7 out of 8 people picking the Lions to win the NFC North flip-flop and pick the Packers now, leaving only one
Correct. Well,
as NFC North champions, selecting the Lions?
because a lot has happened in the offseason.
Yeah.
Most of it in people's minds has been negative. You lost 2 coordinators. You lost Frank Ragnow. Michael Parsons is at Green Bay, and he's so good. So all that stuff has happened, and so you throw that on an organization that doesn't have a history of rebounding from getting punched in the stomach.
Ooh.
So now you're like, okay, 2 and 2 equals 4. Lions haven't been good for years. We know they're good now, but they've lost a lot. So they're going to revert back to being also-rans. I just don't buy that. And I don't know what's happened for me.
I did want to ask you that because you've been around this thing. You've seen this media kind of change. How much do you believe the media believes that? Because some of these people, I don't know if it's clickbait now or if they really believe it, because it's just been this groundswell as the season's gotten close of support literally for Ben Johnson and the Bears. They take all the experience that we do know Dan Campbell has. They take all the experience that we do know these players do have. And it's like it doesn't matter because the inexperienced head coach in Ben Johnson, the quarterback who hasn't been able to prove it in Caleb Williams, and the Bears who have just been doormats are all of a sudden now these darlings, with obviously the Packers being everybody's safe pick for some reason right now. How does that type of a shift happen? Like, is it really, have the Lions really been that bad over the course of history that people think, oh, nice, cute blip, they're about to be dusted, Thanos style?
I will admit a lot. No, well, seriously, a lot has happened this offseason, and a lot of it is not good. But I'm of the belief that this team can bounce back and absorb the punches
Shout out, Tom.
because this is a real organization. If this was the Lions 10 years ago, I'd be telling you, dude, they're going to win 4 games. They done. But I think here's what we don't talk about.
Yeah.
We don't talk about what the Lions have gained this season. They've gained 9 of the 11 defensive players are back.
Arguably the defensive player of the year,
Right.
An expected finalist.
Right. They've gained Amon-Ra St. Brown has a conversation with his dad, and he said that you can't be the same player you were last year. You got to be even better. So I expect him to get even better. But, man, he catches 202 balls from the jugs machine.
Yeah.
He's probably going to do 250 this year from the jugs machine. So he's going to be better. J-Mo's going to be better.
Jared Goff.
Jared Goff definitely for what we saw from the Commanders will be better. We remember all the Jared Goff fuck-ups.
Yeah.
Here's what we don't remember. We don't remember when he throws like 300 consecutive passes without an interception. We just remember the one game where he threw the 4 interceptions.
Or when he went out and aired it out with Justin Herbert, and nobody thought they said outdoors against the young big arm QB. Nah, he went out there and he went pass for pass with him.
That Chargers game 2 years ago, that was a defining moment for me. I believe it was after a bye week, which was after getting the tails knocked off of them by the Ravens. They come out and they not only win a shootout against the Chargers, win it with I forget who the kicker was. I think we had a walk-off field goal. But it was games where David Montgomery had a 75-yard touchdown run. Jameson Williams is blocking downfield. I believe it was that same run. You've got Jared Goff hitting Brock Wright with a perfect pass over the middle. They did things that really set the kind of part of what set the standard for this teams. It wasn't just your St. Browns and that year your Laportas. It was these other guys stepping up and showing what this team could be. By the way, Jonathan Kelly in the chat says, Terry Foster going full FTP. My childhood is complete.
But I always tell you, if you present something to me that's good, I will say it's good. Here's what I get, and I don't understand this, but I'll say it. I get this from Lion fans a lot of time. Well, T, you went so many years of saying the Lions were bad. Why have you changed now? Think about it, assholes. Because they're good. That's why.
And you were the first to call it. We
Right.
were all sheepish. I was on the show with you. He was like, I'm telling you, the whole thing from the top down has changed.
I'm not perfect, but if you're a fuck up, I'm going to call it. If you got your shit together, I'm going to call it. It's simple as that. I don't get why you're like, oh, gee, how can you change on the Lions? Because the Lions have changed. I didn't trash them for my health. I didn't trash them because that's what I wanted to do. I didn't trash them because it made me feel good.
It's the
I
truth.
trashed them because they were trash.
And you want it better. I feel it.
The one thing I learned about you're not clickbait. You don't just say stuff to say stuff. You say what you believe. They have been bad for our whole lives. They've
Yeah,
been horrible
pretty much.
for
Yeah.
our whole lives. So you're not going to be
That's right.
positive.
Here's how I can tell when somebody's young. They'll say, oh, the Lions have been bad for a decade.
No.
No, bitch. They've been bad for 6 decades. Except for Barry.
They've never been good.
Damn.
So
Ted.
bad.
And
that
Megatron.
Even Gronk.
That's classic.
I saw a
T.
video. Gronk was on the Kay Adams show.
Oh, yeah.
Earlier. Wait, what happened?
You about to say it?
Oh,
Go
I
ahead.
I thought Kool-Aid said something. Gronk's on the Kay Adams show talking about how he faked his retirement when he heard he was getting traded to the Lions. And that's a cool story all in one. All right, well, you're faking your retirement to avoid the Lions. But what he really explained was that he did it because they had just lost in the Super Bowl. And he had this burning desire to get back into win.
He didn't want to come here.
He didn't want to come here either.
Right. You know the Deion Sanders story, don't you?
Which one was that? What happened?
Deion Sanders, he was this is the year that the Lions drafted Barry Sanders.
Layaway.
He was fearful that the Lions were going to pick him with the number 3 pick. And he said he's going to ask for so much money that the Lions have to put him in layaway. So he didn't want to come here either.
So he avoided it.
Right.
Yeah.
This is why I get pissed when people like Micah Parsons talk shit about Detroit. We've heard for years. Kobe Bryant, remember that trade that fell through?
Yep.
What was it, Kobe for Rip and Tayshaun?
I think it was the whole
and
team.
Some draft
It was
picks,
everybody. We have Austin Reeves playing golf and talking about Michigan
And then we even have the WNBA chick.
yeah.
What's
Sophie
her name?
Cunningham. We get
Sophie
straight.
Cunningham.
Sophie Cunningham.
And we got 3 chips out this
Yeah.
mug in the WNBA. Like, everybody taking shots.
But I will say this. When she dresses up, she is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the reason
But
why
she did
nobody
trash
rolled off
Detroit.
on her in Detroit yet. They're like,
Yeah.
dang, that's
Yeah.
Sophie Cunningham.
Ultimately, You don't hear that from people who do come to Detroit and then leave now. We're not talking about Darius Slays of the world and the Matt Patricia and Dan Quinn and Bob Quinn era. I want people to come to Detroit. By the way, Ryan's reaction, a $5 super chat. Packers fan base, the most casual, I swear. Winning record over them for the past decade. This ain't new. Lions have had their number. When I want to ask you, one of those concerns, actually, how big of a concern is it to you that Frank Ragnow retired? I'll start there, and I'm going somewhere with this. How about from 1 to 10?
Okay.
Your concern level from 1 to 10, Terry.
I'm going to put it at a 6.
Okay. That's not too high.
No, it's not too high. We forget, man, his toes are all jacked up, and he hasn't been playing at a high level the last couple of years. So it's a 6. And you know what? And I'm going to quote my Aunt Margot, who always said this: one monkey don't stop no show. In other words, one player shouldn't stop this offensive line
shout
from
out
being
Aunt Margot.
good.
True.
They're not going to be great, but they're going to be good.
Yeah. Is there a chance, and I'm not gonna be an idiot and say that this interior of the offensive line or the offensive line in general is just gonna be better after losing someone like Frank Ragnow, who is next to, by the way, a nearly all-pro right guard in Kevin Zeitler and Graham Glasgow. Glasgow's now playing center. We got Tate Ratledge, their second-round draft pick at right guard, and Christian Mahogany at left guard. Could this offensive line be nastier? Maybe not better.
Nastier.
Maybe not better yet.
I'm going to say no.
You don't think so?
No.
Frank Ragnow is terrific. Graham Glasgow, Kevin Zeitler, really good players
And
too.
they're bullish on Christian
There's
Mahogany.
something about Mahogany and Ratledge that it could turn into something over the course of the season where it is a nasty
I'll agree.
interior.
They could be as nasty, not nastier. Okay? Is it okay for me to say that?
Yeah, you can
Not
say whatever you want. Your opinion is your opinion.
I just created a new word.
Yeah.
As nasty, yes.
Yeah.
Nastier, no.
In the future, maybe?
And in the future, anything's possible.
I don't know, man. Mahogany, the dude's a dirtbag. Ratledge in that mullet. I don't know. It's not going to be right off the bat, but I'm really happy they made the decision to start Graham at center, let the two young guys play next to him, which also means those two young guys are in between Penei Sewell and Graham and Taylor Decker and Graham.
Right.
I like that. I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with it too. But you said, can they be nastier? I'm going to say nay. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Terry, Gerard LBN Lamont in the chat, $5 super chat, asks you, Terry, what would Drew Sharp say about this version of the Lions?
Would he say they're
Oh,
nastier
you
than
gonna
Chesty Malone?
Speak for Boudini.
Yeah,
I don't know. Boudini hates the Lions and the Big Ten. He would probably still say it's fake. It's not. This is not happening. But there is a part of me that says this. I believe this. The Lions in this group will not reach a Super Bowl because it's the first time they did things right. And you've got teams that have been doing things right for decades, for years, for generations. Mm-hmm. Are you really going to go to the Super Bowl doing it right for the first time?
Yeah.
Part of me is a little guy on my shoulder says, hey, T, they're not going. It's not going to happen. It might happen next.
Squash him.
Huh?
Flick him off your shoulder. Go ahead, Terry. Get that dirt off your shoulder.
On him?
No, you want an epidural? By the way, Tom
like
Begeman in the
Have you
chat.
seen an epidural needle?
I have. I saw that happen to my wife, and I was like, oh, no. That's crazy.
Yeah, hey, don't stick that in me.
Nah.
Ironically, Tom Begeman in the chat says Parsons got an epidural, and it's a boy. No, that's just Kirby Joseph having another kid today. Well, I guess Jordan Love is already his bitch.
God damn, man.
See, there you go.
You on one today,
Talking
man.
that shit, but nobody in Green Bay can talk it. But you can.
Because that's what Kirby Joseph did last year and the year before. And the year before to Aaron Rodgers. Kirby shows up against Packers quarterbacks.
He does.
I'm still waiting on the next Packers quarterback. When are they going to find it?
Jordan Edward Love the Third.
Do you really believe so?
He's out there. He's going to take his snaps. I didn't say he's in the Hall of Fame.
He's not their next franchise quarterback. He's not the guy.
No. You threw the word franchise in on me.
I did. I added that.
No, he is not.
Yeah, he's
in
not.
my opinion. But he's solid.
Yeah.
He's all right.
Arf in the chat says, I'm going to get easy riled up talking shit about Jordan Love. We'll get back to Jordan Love.
Is Easy wrong about everything?
No.
He's really a cute kid. I like him. But when he says something, you know that's not going to happen.
Yeah. He's not wrong about everything. I really like Easy and his football takes. Just not anything related to Jared Goff. It's delusion. It's delusion. He has come around and give him some flowers, but it's been delusion over the year. And Brendan Dillinger gives us another $5 super chat. He says, oh, wow, Jared Goff has great size. FTP. It's one of Brendan Dillinger's things. Apparently, Jared Goff's hands were too small, led to all the fumble issues, and he's a turnover-riddled quarterback. Not anymore. I asked you about the offensive line. You gave me a 6 on the scale of 1 to 10 as to how concerned you were. Now, give me your number. Is it going to be more or less when I talk about your concern? They got 2 new coordinators. The national media thinks this is a huge, huge deal.
And it has been a big deal for other teams, but they've survived it. Sometimes what happens is the season that they leave, there'll be some drop-off, but then it elevates. And the Lions have been preparing for this for like 3 years. They knew at least Ben Johnson was gone at some point. So they've been looking for their replacement, and they've had him on staff. So I that's why I just don't think this is going to be.
So less than 6.
Yeah. Now, if Ben Johnson had left and the Lions were like this, like, oh, my God, we didn't know that was going to happen. And then they went and got Poopsie McGillicuddy out of Idaho to replace him.
Yeah.
Then I'd be, okay, this is messed up.
Uh-huh.
But I have another philosophy. It's the players. Yes, you need coaching. Yes, coaches put you in the best position to win. But I'd rather have the players than the coaches.
Players are the ones that make the plays.
Correct.
Coaches got to put them in the right situation, get them in as many situations that they can be successful in as possible. But at the end of the day, get the ball in J-Mo's hands. Get the ball in Gibbs' hands. Let Goff find St. Brown over the middle for a first down.
Right.
Let them make the plays.
At the end of the day, I respect this roster.
Yeah.
I respect Jared Goff. I respect Penei Sewell. I respect David Montgomery. And what is David Montgomery?
A motherfucker.
Bam.
Yes.
You got that right.
Do you respect Dan Campbell and his ability to hire the
you know
next
what?
coordinator?
Here's the thing that hurts the Lions' perception is a lot of people still think Dan Campbell's a meathead.
Yeah, he's not.
He is, but he's a smart meathead. He knows what he's doing. He's
that wagyu.
He's
meathead.
you know what he's doing? He's changing the way the league runs.
Not just the league. You watched some college football yesterday? How many teams are going for it on fourth down?
I try not to include that because college football is not real.
I agree. And I've been kind of bored of college football this weekend. I've watched probably too much. The point was that his strategies are now.
Did you watch your Wolverines last night?
I did. It was a
You
tough.
a little disappointed?
Disappointed.
They didn't play.
Optimistic about the future. I still really like what Bryce Underwood looks like, and he had a really bad game. But there's something about him and how calm he is. They're going to be fine. And they're going to produce NFL talent like they have for the previous several decades.
Okay, good.
Including the guy opposite Micah Parsons. The Packers now have probably the best edge rushing duo, if not a top 3 in the league. We're going to get to the Packers game more in the second half of the show, maybe in the 9 o'clock hour. We're going over some of the concerns of this team. How worried are we about this 15-2 team here in 2025?
I'm not worried. I think we're going to see a lot of what we saw last season. Them steamrolling people. The Commanders game to me was the outlier.
Yeah.
But I think in a lot of people's mind that was what the Lions are. And I just don't buy that.
It's not. That's just what everyone saw last. Mm-hmm. That wasn't the team we are. That wasn't That wasn't how Ben Johnson was all season. That wasn't how Jared Goff was all season. Ben Johnson, for as much slack as we give him, because he's now the enemy, he's now the coach of the Bears, and we look for every reason to trash him. He was a damn good offensive coordinator.
He's very good. But I think in that Commanders game, he was peaking.
I think so.
He was peaking toward that next job. He had his little eye out like,
People have dogged you for saying that too, and it's not. I don't think it's outrageous, and it's not like he's going out of his way, like in the middle of the game, thinking about what coach he's gonna hire or how Caleb Williams is gonna do on 3rd down and 7 if he's gonna make the right read.
No, but he wanted to show what he can do.
Yeah, and also in the preparation for the game, like
he was peaking. I don't care what people say.
you're taking some time out of your day preparing for the Commanders to hire coaches to think about your next job. It's only natural that you're not going to – you may give 100%, just less time and less preparation.
It's sort of like if you're out with your honey bun, right? You want to focus on her. And then this
That's a good point.
pretty cutie walks by and you do like this.
Yeah.
You still love your honey bun. You still focus on it. But
We
for that
gonna look.
split second, you were distracted.
Yeah. And for Ben Johnson, that split second looking at the lady walking down the street, that was reverse to J-Mo, throw the ball.
Yeah, let's
J-Mo
have let's have J-Mo, who's a knucklehead, read the defense.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Mistake. That's a mistake Ben Johnson didn't make earlier in the season. What I did love about Ben Johnson so much, and this is the one thing I'm curious how John Morton, the new OC, is going to do. Not worried about him at all. It might not look clean for a couple weeks, but what Ben Johnson was so elite at wasn't just calling plays at the time the play was going to be ran. It's setting up plays a quarter, 2 quarters, 3 quarters in advance, a game or two in advance. Ben Johnson was elite at doing that and preparing the defense. One look here in the first quarter, we're going to put a wrinkle in that play in the 4th quarter, and we're going to go to the house. How does Johnny Morton set up the rest of the game, set up the rest of the season, use these weapons to not just his advantage on any given drive, but later on in that game? I'm curious to see.
I go back to what John Gruden said about Johnny Morton.
Sicko.
That he's a sicko, right? And John Gruden admitted, I'm a sicko. He's always watching film and he's always doing things. And he said, Johnny Morton is a bigger sicko than me. So I'm not worried about him.
No.
Sickos figure it out.
Sickos figure it out.
They do.
I love that. He's in the lab. He loves watching film. How about this? Real quick, a couple super chats to clean up. Burn, our guy Burn, another $5 super chat. Thank you so much. And everyone in the chat right now, if you could, hit the like button. If you're watching this later in the day, we're filming this Sunday morning. We're live right now. Put a comment down below if you're watching this later in the day. But Burn says mainstream media says Lions will fall off because their coordinators left. People in the mainstream media, Bears will win the North with all new coaches.
Yeah, right.
Isn't it funny
That's
how
what
they
I'm
do that?
talking
That's
about,
a-
man.
I
That's
didn't even
what I'm
read
talking
that
about.
before
you
saying it.
can
That's
twist
a
stuff
thought.
any way you want.
And then follow up Thomas Popa right after in the chat. $2 super chat. I'll let you read it even though you don't even have a screen in front of you. But there's a phrase from the Little Rascals that Thomas Papa put in this chat. What's that phrase, Terry?
Little rascals. Oh, Tay.
That's funny how that's built up. Terry, by the way, is on Big D Energy Mondays and Fridays.
That's right.
One of our
Bourbon Friday.
Bourbon Fridays.
Yes.
With Neil Rule and a whole cast of characters. Kool-Aid was with them today, this week. You got KG, Spencer Raxter, D-Mac.
And we have a little caper we have to solve on the Big D Energy show.
What's happening?
Somebody emptied the bottle of bourbon that Neil always has stashed away.
Oh, damn.
And nobody fessed up.
Oh, we got a case of the missing bourbon bottle?
No,
Or the bourbon inside the
bottle. The bottle was here.
You better get
bourbon
this damn
wasn't.
bourbon.
Did we ever find out who took it?
We don't know. I said we got the caper going. We got to find out who did it.
Okay. It's like Remember when Michael Jordan's jersey was stolen against the
damn
Bulls
Birdman.
or against the Magic on Valentine's Day back in like 91,
Yes.
92?
Yes. Somebody in the media stole it.
I thought it was a security guard,
Was
like
it?
a locker room attendant who hid it in the ceiling panels. But that was the only professional basketball game that Michael Jordan wore a jersey other than 23 or 45. He wore
Okay.
number 12
All right.
with
Good.
no name on the back. Dropped 45 points, by the way, on Valentine's Day. Anything else you're concerned about? I have one more for you to rate, unless you had anything in mind, T. Foss.
No, I will love to give you a rating for your concerns.
All right. The Lions, Terry. Give me concern from 1 to 10 that the Lions have 3 edge rushers on their roster. Aiden Hutchinson, Marcus Davenport, and El Quadin Muhammad. We just saw Za'Darius Smith sign with the Eagles.
All right.
We saw Micah Parsons get traded to the Packers. Are you concerned at all about this edge rush situation?
Concerned, no. Pissed, yes. Concerned, I'm going to put that at a 3.
Okay.
Um,
Interesting.
Because, one thing, and maybe we all missed it, but Brad Holmes is telling us Za'Darius Smith can't play.
Is that what you take this to?
Yeah, that's the way I take it, because he had every opportunity to sign him, and for cheap. Wasn't like he was asking for $25 million or even $20 million. It was going to be below 10.
He ended up getting like 4 and 4.5.
Right.
With a bunch of incentives.
You know what that tells me? I don't think he can play. Let alone, I don't think the Lions need another edge rusher. I'm telling y'all he can't play. That's what Brad Holmes is saying.
Should we agree with him? I'll roll with Brad Holmes on most everything.
No. Use your own judgment. Do you agree with him?
I don't
What
agree
did you
with him.
see last year?
I saw the Eagles win a Super Bowl.
I did too.
I saw the Eagles, who have the best general manager in football, possibly all of sports, go on and say, oh, I can make a move to help my team. We could use another pass rusher. I'll take Za'Darius Smith. But Brad Holmes disagrees. This is a 1-year contract. We're not talking
4.5
term on a
million.
32-year-old player.
Right.
1 year.
And,
Not guaranteed.
And that's all I wanted out of Za'Darius Smith. 1 or 2 years and then get the fuck out of here.
So what?
Because he says he can't. He'll never say this publicly, but he's saying the dude can't play.
But Howie
How?
Roseman thinks he can play?
9 sacks.
Hey, different strokes for different folks.
Should the Eagles? Do you agree, whether Brad Holmes will admit this or not, that the Eagles are what the Lions want to be?
That is correct.
Maybe their own form of it, but like that's a pretty good blueprint.
Nah.
So the team that you want to be like thinks he's good enough for them, but you don't.
Well,
You think Marcus Davenport is more important?
he thinks he can. He thinks he can give the Lions more production for the money than Za'Darius Smith.
1.5 million to 4.5 million when
That's
you have
what he's-
32
that's
left.
what he's saying. I'm not saying I agree with the man. If it was me, Za'Darius Smith would be on the Lions team right here, right now.
Same.
Yeah. So even
Facts.
if he's not, your concern level is a 3 going into the season with Hutch, Davenport, and Muhammad.
Yeah,
And then a
because
bunch
the
of
key,
tweeners.
the key is Hutch.
Yeah.
This dude is a monster.
He's a beast. Doesn't he need
He
a break
still
though
needs
here and
help.
there? Not on his leg, but like a
Yeah,
a
no,
rest.
he doesn't need
he needs
that.
a rest.
I think on edge rusher, yeah, he does need a rest now and then, but they don't rotate them like they do the interior guys.
No.
Because the interior guys are what? They're fat. They're
Fat and
fat
sassy.
dudes, and they get, they're all huffy and puffy.
Yeah, and their best one isn't playing
Hutch
for 8 weeks.
is a freak. His motor doesn't stop. He will rest when the offense is out on the field. That's his rest.
Yeah. Kiazi in the chat, Terry. We have to realize
man
Brad
in
Holmes
defense.
is that dad who is a millionaire but still going to shop us at Dollar Tree. Then T. Hardy Jr. in the chat says they didn't need him. They signed J-Mo and have to sign Hutch. Eagles pass rush still isn't as good.
Brad Holmes believes in taking care of his guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you know what? He doesn't shop at Dollar Tree, but he does shop at Five and Below.
Just a different bargain store.
Yeah, it's still cheap, but not as.
He does have to save up for his guys.
But you know what? There's no such thing as an NFL salary cap. You can do whatever you want. The salary cap is skyrocketing. It's not just going up every year. It's going to be, probably next year it's going to be $50 million more.
Yeah.
You can sign Hutch and whoever you want.
Hutch is going to be a $50 million player now that Parsons just got 47.
Sure.
One thing.
Unless he has a bad season.
Yeah. But you're right. That cap is going up. We see YouTube paying over $100 million for one game broadcasted on Friday. That's why the dollars there's it's going to continue to go up for years as these TV deals keep going up.
Netflix and Hulu and
they're bidding
Disney,
against each other.
Right.
We got Christmas now.
You know what I'd do? If I was in charge, you'd be like, T, why'd you sign 9 edge rushers? You know what I say? Because I could.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Because I got that coin.
Right. I mean, I just don't think Brad Holmes understands that the cap is not going to be an issue.
Yeah.
You could sign Za'Darius, Hutch, maybe even Micah Parsons down the road.
Are you questioning Brad's evaluation of edge rushers in general?
I am questioning why he doesn't believe in edge rushers in general.
Yeah.
Why he's saving money when teams who have far less money than him are spending.
Yeah.
That's what I question.
Okay.
Mega Hustle 313 brought up something in the chat that I'm going to expand on because I think this is a not going after these edge rushers may point to something that they're insinuating here. It says Derek Barnes is healthy now. He's the real sleeper on defense. Derek Barnes is someone that they're going to use off the edge a lot more. We got to remember their newest defensive coordinator is a linebacker, was the linebackers coach and the pass rush coordinator on the defensive side of the ball. This could all mean that they're going to put a lot more onus on the linebacker core, on Jack Campbell, on Derek Barnes, on Anzalone, Nowoski, who's out today, Malcolm Rodriguez when he comes back, Grant Stewart. We might just see your traditional Detroit traditional edge rushers, defensive ends. We might see more of that coming from the outside linebackers.
They weren't afraid to blitz Alex Anzalone.
Yeah. I think we're going to see more linebacker blitzing, more linebacker pressure, and then let Hutch do his thing.
I hope he ran that by Dan Campbell first before he
Kelvin?
made his decision right.
I have a feeling they discussed.
Okay.
They discussed
I hope
before
they did.
this. Side note, we're getting here. It's 9 o'clock. We got 30-ish minutes left.
Are you already ready to get out of here?
No,
You're
no.
counting the minutes and stuff?
No, shit.
This is opening day for football, and you're already ready to leave.
No, I'm ready. I want to go to 10. I'll go to 10. I want to stay here.
You over here counting minutes. Oh, I only got 32 minutes more with this motherfucker, and I get to go home.
T. Foster. I'm
I thought it was your guy.
The show.
I give you nicknames every day
Yeah.
or middle names, and now you want to put me down.
I didn't get one today.
Bartholomew.
I'm Bartholomew today?
Right.
All right.
Dang, you're not even paying attention to me. I should go home.
No, come on, legend.
You not listening to me?
How about this? 9 o'clock, we're going to reset the show. I'm with the Detroit sports media legend,
Okay.
Terry Foster.
All right. Thank you. God bless you then.
Uncle T. Uncle T. Everyone who's joining us, if you could hit the like button, it would really help us out. We're talking Lions season. We're talking game day. We're talking Lions versus Packers. Did you watch the Red Zone before this?
Yes.
Like, are you a Red Zone watcher?
I am a red zone glancer because a lot of times I'm watching the Lions and you don't want to turn it off, particularly the last couple of years because the game's been interesting. But yeah, I watch it.
All right.
I'm a red zone guy.
Are you upset now that the Red Zone is going to be riddled with commercials?
No.
It's not ad-free
It's
anymore.
not going to be riddled with commercials. they're going to have a little commercial. They're still going to show you the red zone, but they may have a commercial up on the top or the left or whatever. But see, I don't think sports fans should be upset about that.
Yeah.
Here's why. Yeah, because I like to answer questions. Because sports fans have allowed teams to run amok. You've allowed your college teams to say, oh, it's going to cost you $500 or $1,000 for the right to buy season tickets. You allow that. You allow teams to raise their season tickets by 25, 30, 50%, and you don't blink, right? You allow your teams to have advertisement on their jerseys, advertisement throughout this whole stadium, and you don't blink. So now you're going to get upset about Red Zone trying to make some money.
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense to me.
Hamburger Harvey in the chat says there's nothing special about Red Zone with commercials. Which doesn't answer the points you just made because business got to make money. What's special to the viewers?
Well, they don't have to make money, but what they're doing now, they're making their money, but now it's let's gouge people.
Yeah.
Let's make such a ridiculous amount of money that we're going to be rich forever. They don't need that money, but in American sports society, it's all about making that money.
And now the NFL is, what are they, a 10% owner?
Right.
In Red Zone, in the platform?
So why are we upset?
I'm not. I think I would have been before working here at Woodward Sports, starting to understand how media companies make money. Like, you need sponsors.
That's the way
you
it
got to
works.
put sponsors on your platform, on TV.
Bam. There
It's
you
pretty
go.
simple. I was never a huge Red Zone watching guy. I pay for it, and I will watch it sometimes. But I'm a watch one, maybe two games flipping back and forth. As we get into streaming, the more streaming platforms like that different games are on, I may start to move over. But right now, I like focusing on one game and then catching up afterwards.
You know, and you brought up the streaming. You know what they're going to do to us? One day, we're going to see the regular season on ESPN and NBC and everything. We're going to say, okay, great. Streaming is going to be about the playoffs. If you want to see the Lions and the Bears in the playoff, you're going to have to stream it.
Yeah.
They're setting us up for something, and for the very least, they're going to have the Super Bowl streaming.
That's the long-term setup where you got to pay per-view
And
Super Bowl.
we got our chins out like this, and they're going to punch us right in the chin.
99% of people will say, I'm not paying for that. I'm not going to pay $200 for the Super Bowl.
As they're reaching for their wallet.
Yeah, we all will.
Or the checkbook.
Yep.
Oh, no, you young people don't pay by check anymore.
We don't.
Or you will reach for
don't.
your phone and go beep.
Yep. Double tap.
Apple Pay.
Right.
Apple Pay.
I still have a checkbook. I use infrequently. Not a lot of people my age and under do anymore. It's just all electronic transfers.
Yeah, my wife is the checkbook queen.
You have to balance a checkbook. People don't know that anymore.
Yeah, she can do that. She
Yeah.
can probably teach your class.
Yeah, so can Brad Holmes and Mike Disner.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Brad, you don't have to balance your checkbook because the salary cap is going to skyrocket. Skyrockets every year.
He's just got to balance Sheila's checkbook because there's a lot of money out. There's a lot of guaranteed money out there in escrow at the moment. We're like inching up towards $1 billion with some of the guarantees that they've been handing out.
You know what? And I may not see it in my lifetime, but you're going to see this in your lifetime. You're going to see a billion. Let me say that right. $1 billion contract for one athlete. Somebody's going to sign a 15-year, $1 billion contract in your lifetime.
What sport does it happen in first?
Soccer.
Baseball.
It's got to be baseball or basketball, right?
Well, Willie B is saying soccer. That could happen.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about America. I don't care what happens in soccer. That doesn't count to me.
When Shohei's already getting $700 million.
Right.
Juan Soto's already getting $700 million.
It's coming.
It's coming. Dante151, $4.99 super chat. I'm a YouTube TV guy because it's real easy to watch the other games that are entertaining compared to games that suck ass. Go Lions. FTP, 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 FTP. I'll read it. If it's on the screen, I'll read it.
Okay.
If it's on the
Read it.
teleprompter, I'll read it. I'm Ron Burgundy.
Now, the Lions are in Green Bay, right?
They are.
I already saw the story that I hate every year. Is they had some doodle channel for some little doodle dude at the airport in Green Bay interviewing Lion fans, and they always say the same thing. Wow, we're going to the Super Bowl. I hate that story.
You don't.
Nah,
This preseason. This is the time where all the fans are excited.
I know, but they scream. You don't understand what they're saying, and every year the Lions are going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You know how many times they've been there? Zittus.
0.0.
But we have to hear that stupid stuff every year.
Yeah. Do you think that Commanders game has fueled and will continue to fuel this Lions team now? That bad taste in their mouth from last season.
Well, I was told losing a 17-point lead to San Francisco was going to fuel them, and it did. They won 15 games. We forget that they won 15 games last year. All we remember is the Commanders game.
Yeah.
But I think the Commanders game has put this sour gray cloud over our community.
It has.
It doesn't matter what the Lions do during the regular season. A lot of folks are going to think doom and gloom is going to come for the playoffs because of the Commanders.
Yeah.
Let's say the Lions go 16-1, which they won't, then what we're going to hear like, well, yeah, they're 16-1, but you remember what happened with the Commanders last year? Jared Goff threw all these interceptions and the defense sucked and blah, 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 blah. If they finish 9-8 and make the playoffs. Well, told you they were bad. The window has closed. They're going to get throttled in the first round of the playoffs. And it's because of the Commanders game. So this regular season, while important, doesn't matter in the psyche of the Detroit sports fan.
Yeah, long term, there is one goal, and there's one measuring stick, and it's in the playoffs. It's how far can we get there? Can you get to and win a Super Bowl? But that doesn't make the regular season irrelevant. That doesn't mean this isn't an important game, week 1 against a divisional foe. You start the first 2 weeks off against the Packers on the road, and then Ben Johnson and the Bears come. We don't want the Lions to start out 0-1 and have to talk all week about Benedict Johnson's coming to Detroit. They're going to be 0-2.
Well, starting with a loss to Green Bay is like starting 0-2. Because you're one game behind them because they beat you, but you're 2 games behind them because they beat you. So that's why this is important. But it's not the end of the world if they don't win.
Yeah. Do you think they're going to win today?
Yes, I do think they're going to win.
This is a big game. And the Lions, they show up for big games. Like, I know we remember the Commanders game. That was a big game. We remember the San Francisco 49ers game. That was a big game. I could argue they showed up in both of those and then faltered, but we talk about going into Arrowhead 2 years ago, week 1. Take down the defending champions.
Right.
The Rams come to Detroit last year, week 1. Beat them in overtime.
But you know what else was a big game? Playing the Rams and the Buccaneers in the playoffs. That was a big game.
And they showed up.
They won both of those, didn't they?
They showed up. Dan Campbell, Jared Goff, and co showed up. I think they're going to show up today.
But we can't talk about those games, though. We can't talk about the fact that Jared Goff did have effectively a near perfect, flawless playoff run through 3 games. The gauntlet. And it wasn't his fault in that first playoff run. And this one, we put the blame at his feet. As a quarterback, as the leader, as the highest paid, he needed to be better against the Commanders. There is no excuse with that. We have seen the Jared Goff game. We have seen it after, going streaks of no interceptions and then having these little flurries. And honestly, I do believe that more so this year, these are the types of things that with players like him, top 5 in MVP in the regular season, figured some things out and had that type of a letdown, I do believe that a bounce back is in store for Jared Goff this year.
See, I'm doing this show with puppies, with young guys. Let me give you some historical perspective.
Mark.
It's always the Lions quarterback's fault when the Lions lose.
Yeah.
Always. Jared Goff could pass for 500 yards, 8 touchdowns, 1 pick. like on the first drive of the game. When the game is over, Jared Goff's going to get blamed for that game for that one pick that he threw in the first quarter.
Yeah.
You're right.
We're going to forget about the 8 touchdowns he had, the 500 yards he passed for. He lost the game.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way this mentality works in this city. Get that through your thick head.
Yeah.
I'm here to educate you.
That's why I'm so passionate about defending Goff, because I agree with 100% of what you just said. Quarterback should get the majority of the blame. You're the highest paid player. Everything runs through the quarterback. I just think he should get credit for wins too. He should be talked about as importantly for a team winning, for this Lions team being turned around over the years. It wasn't all Ben Johnson. It wasn't all the offensive line and the weapons around him. They got to get him the ball. And the players will stand up for Jared Goff and say that too. It's the media, it's the fans that like to take credit away from Goff, yet blame him when they lose. I get it. Blame the quarterback when they lose. Just also understand how important he is to this entire Lions turnaround. He's as important as anybody. And I don't know if it's legal, but Jared Goff must have some ownership stake in the Packers. He must have some stock because he owns them. He's definitely owned them recently. What he's done going into Lambeau, welcoming them to Ford Field, Jared Goff has played pretty well in weeks past.
He has. And you remember, I mean, he'll go 250, 300 passes without throwing an interception.
Yeah.
All right. I'm so sorry. I just saw this pop up from I'm Salty. Goff is a 10-year pro. Stop glazing, dude. Yes, he got us some great regular season wins. Dude's got to win in the playoffs, period. Stop making excuses. Did we forget his first playoff run where he won more playoff games than how many quarterbacks in Detroit Lions history?
All of them.
Everyone.
What are we talking? Continue. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm clipping. Sorry.
Ultimately, we're happy today. We don't need to get into it about Goff. But I will say, he's not done getting better either. Like, Goff has not hit his ceiling. He's not going to be Josh Allen or Mahomes or Lamar or Burrow. But his ability to get better and what makes him a better quarterback, there's still room for him. And I'm excited to see what even faster processing time, even more confidence getting the ball out to his weapons, nearly calling the plays on his own. I'm excited to see this step for Jared Goff. People keep picking the Packers, though, in this game in the NFC North, and I just don't get it.
Well, I get it. A,
why?
They're home. B, they just got one of the best defensive players in all of the NFL on their team. Even before they had him, they were a good team.
Yeah.
So I get it.
They were average.
And the best team doesn't always win in the NFL.
No. But the Packers, they have a question mark at the most important position, at quarterback. That's why we talked to you last year. I asked you last week, Terry, does the Micah Parsons trade catapult them to NFC North favorites? We all said no. It's still the Lions.
But here's the other thing you forget, young fella. Even though we don't believe Jordan Love is all that in a bag of chips, there are people associated with the league who think he's good.
Yeah.
They think he's very good.
He's very talented.
So that's why they picked the Packers to beat the Lions.
Yeah. Why are those people who cover football for a living, why are they so short-sighted to understand this guy's had years to sit and to play, and still he's throwing the ball around into the other team's hands?
But he does have good games.
Yeah, he does.
He does have very good games,
He's
and
talented.
they figure he can string them together.
Yeah.
And
when it gets...
But he plays for a team that has a history of putting quality quarterbacks on the field.
Yeah.
And they figured they just did it again. There's a young man named Brett Favre. I don't know if you've heard of him.
I've heard of him, gunslinger.
Have you heard of
Likes to
Aaron
send dick
Rodgers?
pics. Heard of Aaron Rodgers, too.
Okay, so that's 2 for 2.
Yeah.
So they're figuring they're giving them the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
Just like they don't believe in the Lions because the Lions have had decades of incompetency.
So I told you I wouldn't get into it about Jared Goff. You're telling me they're giving Jordan Love the benefit of the doubt because the Packers just produce quarterbacks. But
Bam,
Jared
there you
Goff
go.
has done what he's done for 10 years, turned 2 horrible franchises around, led one to a Super Bowl, and a division championship, conference championship, did the same to the other for the first time in their history. He doesn't get the credit? Okay.
Yeah, but he got kicked out of one of those teams.
Yeah, because the coach said he wasn't good enough for us right now.
Right.
Not that Jared Goff wasn't good enough. Sean McVay said he's not good enough for the Super Bowl run we want to go on this year.
So they got rid of his ass.
We need Stafford, and we need to put all these players around Stafford, like Odell Beckham Jr., Jalen Ramsey, Von Miller, and Co.
Correct.
Jordan Love, another excuse people make for Goff, he's got all these weapons around him. Well,
Lord
they keep
Goff.
giving weapons apparently to Jordan Love, too.
That is true. And here's another thing. You know, I don't know very much because I'm just old and crackety, but I have never seen a quarterback lead a team to the Super Bowl with a bad team. Haven't seen it.
Right.
Maybe it's happened,
Right.
and maybe I was asleep when it happened, but you're supposed to build a good team.
Right. Put players around the quarterback, have a good defense.
Mm-hmm.
The Lions think special teams are important. You got to have a good team. I look at this Packers offense in particular, the team in general, but this offense, and I'm like, there is really not one thing that scares me. Josh Jacobs, I think, is a very good player, but is there any one Packers offensive player that you would take over the Lions starter at the same position?
Micah Parsons?
He's a defender. And yes, I'm taking Parsons over Davenport 50 out of 50 times. But on offense, their best offensive lineman plays right tackle. I'm taking Penei Sewell. I'm taking Goff over Love. I'm taking Laporta over Kraft. I'm definitely taking Amon-Ra St. Brown and J-Mo over Jaden Reed, Christian Watson, Romeo Dobbs, Matthew Golden, Dontavian Wicks.
I would too, but they're still good. They're still good players.
They're good. Their wide receiver room, I call it the dog park. There's just a lot of number twos everywhere. Just number twos all over that wide receiver room.
You got to get the shovel out.
Yeah,
Scoop
they're
it
everywhere.
out.
I don't see a number one. Matthew Golden, pretty good prospect. What's he?
You're
He's
right.
not going to elevate this team
But
to
you
NFC
forget,
North
you
champions.
keep forgetting they got Joe Montana at quarterback.
Yeah, who's going to throw the ball into Kirby Joseph's hands? But you know what? How about this? The best wide receiver, the best rookie wide receiver in this game today, he's on the Lions. And his name is Isaac Tesla.
Oh.
Tesla.
Whoa.
It ain't Matthew Golden, who may have a better year one. He may get more targets and more receptions, more yards. He's a number two. Matthew Golden is a number two.
I like to see that you've come around. Because when I said Isaac Tesla is going to be the number 3 guy, you're like, oh, how can you say that? Oh, you okay?
I was wrong about Tim Patrick.
Damn.
I was wrong.
I was wrong, too.
Yeah,
I thought they would get rid of his ass in Halloween, not now.
yeah, not force him off the team.
Right.
Like, force them to trade Tim Patrick. That's wild.
No, they said, hey, see you, son.
Do you know? Oh, by the way, that Packers wide receiver room, they're all injured. No Christian Watson. Jaden Reed's questionable. Wicks questionable. Savion Williams questionable. It's Matthew Golden and Romeo Dobbs. And we have what? We've talked of this whole offseason, the Lions secondary, much improved. DJ Reed, Terrion Arnold, 2 best safeties in the league, or best safety duo with 2 top 5 safeties.
Mm-hmm.
I like my chances
And
there.
you know what? I think Micah Parsons is going to be on the pitch count.
I think so, too. I think we'll see him on third downs. He's not going to be an every down player.
But he's going to be on there more than just third downs. I mean, he's not going to be out there for 60 snaps.
Call it 20 snaps.
I'd say 30.
Yeah.
35.
Yeah. Do you think this Lions, especially with the addition of Micah Parsons and elimination of Kenny Clark, there might be a focus on that interior today. Those young interior offensive linemen, if we can run the ball up the middle on the Packers, that sets up everything for Jared Goff and these weapons around. Gibbs out of the
If they're
backfield.
able to run up the middle on the Packers, that sets them up for the rest of the season.
Yeah. That's true. Some confidence in those the Utes.
Yep.
The Utes. on the defensive side of the ball, yeah, they added pass rush, but do you know who their top cornerback is?
I do not. Tell me.
Yeah, neither do I, but his name is Nate Hobbs. He's injured too.
It's Nate Palms.
Nate Hobbs.
Oh, Hobbs. Okay.
Yeah, he's injured. Their center, Elgton Jenkins, he's questionable. He's also a guard. Jordan Love's thumb's jacked up. Parsons' back is jacked up. They got question marks everywhere. I think the Lions are going to win.
I agree with you. And then what this is going to do, this is going to put a big dent in the Parsons trade, because they're going to be 2 games behind the Lions from the get-go. So are they going to come into Ford Field and win? No.
This is where the Lions need to give them that here we go again feeling. Where whether it's early in the game, Lions just start to assert that physicality and remind the Packers, oh shit, like we did just get Micah Parsons, but here we go again. The Lions are still the Lions. They still play with that Dan Campbell attitude. They still prioritize running the ball and then pass off that. It could be a long day in Lambeau for the Packers.
It could be, and we could get a new meaning for same old Lions.
What would it be?
Same old Lions are like, oh, that means they're good again.
Yeah.
How about that?
I haven't heard that yet, the flip, where the same old Lions become the perennial NFC North leaders.
But they got to do it a few more years.
Yeah. There's got to be sustained success, which you and I both think is happening. That window's not closing, Terry. Burn in the chat, super chat from Burn. All I care about is in the fourth. Do the Packers look like they want to give up and go home, like the Rams in Week 1 last year? If so, then we good.
Yep. You gotta. Sometimes you gotta kill the snake, and I think that's why Micah Parsons is talking so much shit. He wants to make sure that locker room is energized, that they're ready to do battle with the Lions. He understands he had problems with the Lions. He won some games by luck, and they got their asses kicked.
Yeah.
But he wants to make sure that everybody knows this is huge. And defensive players, let me say good defensive players, sometimes say things they shouldn't. But it's for a reason. He wants energy in that locker room. And they definitely have it. But the problem is he's energizing both locker rooms.
Yeah, that's where I was going with that. I felt the energy in Allen Park.
Mm-hmm.
Turn up, turn up, turn up. Dan Campbell will have him ready to go. Dante151, another $5 super chat. He goes, but, Broder, the Packers have Tucker Kraft cheese. GFTO here with all that BS. Oh, Tay.
Oh, Tay.
I'm reading a super chat here, but he also says, go MSU, go Lions, and he picks Lions 31, Packers 17.
Okay.
Terry, before I get your season prediction, we're coming up here on the end of the show. I came across a cool stat that Al Karsten, football guy Al on Twitter, posted yesterday. Said the Lions drafted players since 2021 have made a combined 16 Pro Bowls and All Pros.
It's good.
How many combined Pro Bowls and All Pros do you think the 3 other NFC North teams have had, whether individually or combined?
I'm going to guess 16.
Total among the other 3?
Mm-hmm.
Terry, the answer is 0.
Zittus? Damn.
0.
Wow.
Since 2021, the Vikings, the Packers, and the Bears have not drafted a player that has become an All-Pro or a Pro Bowler. Lions have drafted 16.
That's amazing.
Packers are this draft and develop franchise, yet they just paid Micah Parsons a lot of money. It's reasons like that where you and I both believe the window is just starting to crack open. It ain't closing. It's starting to come open here. So, Terry, we got 5 minutes left. We both think they're going to beat the Packers today. We don't need to predict that unless you want to give a score.
I do, with your permission.
Let it fly.
All right. I know the magic number for you is always 30, So I'm going to play your little Broder game
Yeah.
and say the Lions will defeat the Green Bay Packers 31-24
Wow. I was
today at Lambeau Field.
31-24 from Terry Foster. Kool-Aid?
Ooh,
Or were you just reacting?
I'm going with a
spot.
I'm going with a 31-20 Detroit Lions victory. I was gonna go a little bit less on the score, but I'm like, you know what? Later in the day, juice is getting flowing. The 1 o'clock's gonna come, and they're gonna realize we normally play football now, but we got a few more hours. That mindset's gonna sit in. I got
You know what we
31
gotta
to
do?
20.
With this brother, we got to fill him up with a couple cups of grape Kool-Aid.
Why I gotta be great?
We're gonna be great.
I'm not touching that. That was hilarious, though. Was that yesterday on Big DE?
Yeah.
Where they asked you that
What
question?
kind of shit is this?
The camera pans to you, but we hear just like in the
It's
background.
like great.
Can I say a white voice?
Fucking great.
We hear Neil's voice in the background. Great.
Yep.
Yeah.
Neil can play those
Holy
stereotypes.
stereotype.
Shout out to Mr. Elite himself, man, Neil Rule. But yeah, 31-20. I think we're gonna see that the Detroit Lions are clearly the better team, but it's gonna be more that second half pull away for the Detroit Lions.
Yeah.
Definitely.
William, coming to you next, but Kool-Aid, do you know what time? Maybe our friends here in the studio know too. What time are Neil and Sean starting the pregame show?
10 o'clock.
It's starting at 10. Away game
I think
starting at 10.
everybody knows that.
Cool.
Right.
I didn't know. Games at 4:25.
Yeah.
Sometimes we start later in the afternoon.
Yeah, in the
Well,
past
not
it's been later. I
today.
saw them like, oh wait, what's going on?
Yeah, right?
Shout out to the Elite, Platty, and Glinsky in the building, huh?
Yeah, so
Shout out
everyone
Ryan
tuning
Chris.
in, we're going to have like a 30-minute break. Stay on Woodward Sports. We got the pregame show. It's elite. It's one of the best in the country for sure. Neil Rule, Sean Belegian, and co. Chris Platty. You going to be TDing? Epic crew.
Look who else is here. Joe Lewis is here.
Joe.
What's up?
Hey, welcome. Willie, we've got 2 minutes left. What are you
Okay.
thinking about for the game today? Give me your
I'm
prediction.
thinking 26-12. Lions victory. Go be competitive. A little bit competitive, a little bit gritty type of game on the Lambeau Field. So I definitely want to see Lions come out and start whooping some serious ass.
Any words for Michael Parsons?
Pernell Seals going to eat his ass alive. Pause.
Michael Parsons get pancaked today.
I think opening drive, Johnny Morton calls a trick play
Just
that
something.
Micah Parsons thinks is soft. That if you run trick plays, you're not tough. You think you can't hang with the other team. You have to do it because you're not good enough. I think we run a trick play. Penei Sewell pulling right over at Micah Parsons because he's scared. He's going to be on the opposite side as Penei Sewell. Run right at his ass.
Face down ass
Let
up.
Penei Sewell
Pause.
say, "Welcome to the NFC North, sir." I'm the king. I'm the best. I'm the best in the NFC North.
He is. But we forget that.
Best offensive lineman in the game. Penei Sewell.
True. But I told you about, I was reading a story that some NFL players said Penei Sewell must have a really good PR guy because he's not that good. That's what he said.
Penei Sewell just has like 18 kids, so he's just out of the spotlight. He's got enough. He's got enough on his plate at home.
Well, yeah, he got it. If you're going to feed 18 kids, you better be really good so you can get that paycheck going
Yes. He
or keep it going.
He's one of those, the perfect examples. We talked earlier in the show as we wrap up just about the evolution of this team and how while they might not have added a ton of players or stars or this or that, like, do we honestly believe that guys like St. Brown and Penei Sewell and Laporta and Hutch and Kirby and Branch and Jack Campbell aren't going to get better? Like, this offseason, they're not just going to come back the same player. Like, they get better, too. They're 24 years old.
Once again, they have not reached their peak.
Not even close.
They'll reach their peak 26, 27, 28.
Yeah. That's why I'm a slappy. That's why a lot of Lions fans are slappies. Because this team is good. This team is really good. Super Bowl type good. And getting better. They're young. They're hungry. And they're led by Dan freaking Campbell. I'm so excited for this season, Terry. I've been waiting for this. We're finally here.
I'm fired
you're
up.
just gravitating or you're like floating over there. You're
I'm
so
starting
happy.
to get the jitters.
Well, finally, you should, and you know what? I'm not going to make fun of you. You should be excited about this season. Don't tell me about how excited you were for the Hall of Fame game. I'm not buying that.
Yeah.
But today is the day.
Today is the day.
Are you going to drive to Lambeau?
I'm not. I'm not.
I
I'm
bet
going to
you're
be
gonna do
watching
something.
at my favorite spot to watch a football game, my couch.
In the dungeon?
It's actually on the in the main floor now. Got a new house in the last couple months. Main floor, nice big couch. Couple dogs running around.
All right.
It's gonna be a great afternoon.
I'm going to be in
Beautiful
the
day.
dungeon.
I've seen your dungeon, and that is a man cave if I've ever seen one.
Right.
We got to watch a game.
We're going to make some alterations.
Come on.
I think we're going to do wooden floor down there. And I think my bar is too big. I want to make it smaller.
Just a smaller bar. Open up the
Oh.
space.
Yeah, open up a little bit.
One thing for me. What's J-Mo doing today?
Ooh.
For real.
Ooh.
Because you know T-Foss, he's always what? Let him fly.
Yeah. Let him fly. You want to answer?
They're going to have some different. What is he going to do? I see 4 catches, 89 yards.
I
that
think
good
he might
enough?
be in the 5-6 catch range. They're going to be focusing on St. Brown. They're going to be focusing on Gibbs. They're going to be running the ball with Montgomery and Gibbs.
But there's so many weapons. You can go J-Mo when you feel like
Yeah,
it.
but they don't have cornerbacks. They don't have anyone that can stick with J-Mo. Xavier McKinney, one of the best safeties in the league. He's got his work cut out for him with St. Brown, with Tesla. J-Mo is going to catch some pass within 10, 15 yards from the line of scrimmage. Not a fly route. He's catching one, a 10-yard slant, a
can see
15-yard
that.
crossing route, and he's taking it all the way to the house. And he might
Okay.
give him a Brian Branch double bird up to the fans at Lambeau. He might hump another pylon. He might Marshawn Lynch it in the end zone. Whatever. He's getting a flag, but the Lions are going to get 6 points from a J-Mo Tutty today.
Okay.
6 catches, 118, and 1 touchdown.
Okay. Bam.
Bam.
That works.
Lions win. We all had him in the 30s. Game at 425.
And now we see the fellas here for the 10 o'clock show.
They're showing up.
They're booting us our asses out of here.
Chat, do us a favor on the way out. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you aren't already. And then come back and tune in for our 10 o'clock pregame show with Neil Roll, Sean Belegian, and crew. Terry, was a pleasure as always.
Had fun.
With Kool-Aid,
You
with
be
Willie
good?
B.
Yo.
With all of Detroit watching us now. We've had great numbers today. We got 844 watching right now live.
All right.
Hey. Shout out.
Epic.
Shout out.
Epic. Ryan's reaction, $2 super chat. Says all about MCDC being in LaFleur's head. So true, man. So true. Matt LaFleur, one of those coaches who
I
seems...
don't know who Matt LaFleur is.
I'm sorry, Matt LaFleur.
There you go.
LaFleur.
There you go. Matt LaFleur.
Hey, I know that fan is banned from Ford Field, but can that fan that he got into it go to Lambeau? That would be epic.
I think he should.
he should.
He's
That'd
welcome
be
here at the
fun.
Woodward Sports Studio if you want to come in.
You can still
Let's
make
go.
You could. Quick little drive. Hop,
it.
jump,
Now,
and skip.
would you go south through Chicago, or would you go up through the upper peninsula?
I'm going south.
See, I want to make that drive. I want to go through the UP.
I'd want
And
to
then
plan
come
that a
down.
little. I want another day or two to be able to make that drive so I can hang out and enjoy.
Okay.
I don't want to rush through the UP.
Because I want to see that ippy, chippy, pippy, whippy, dippy, whatever that thing is, where the water bubbles up. There's
What?
a spring. It's real clear water. It's got fish in it, and you pull yourself out in the middle of this lake, and it's called ippy, chippy, whippy, dippy, whippy something. In the UP.
Never heard of it.
You never heard of it?
Never heard of it.
No.
No, that's what golf is
Seriously.
about to do
No,
to the
it's-
Packers.
Cherry dippy.
What's it
snippy.
called? It's ippy, chippy, whippy, bippy, whippy.
Chat, what is Terry talking about? Do any of you guys know?
No, I don't. I've never been to
Do you think Sean is cultured enough to know?
No, Sean knows. Hey, Sean, bring your ass in.
Hey,
here.
get some crosstalk. Get some
What's
crosstalk
the name?
real quick.
What's the name of that lake up in the UP? Ippy, chippy, whippy, dippy, whippy.
Hey, Sean, go up there. Go up there,
Kitchen
Sean.
to Kippy?
Kitchy. Oh, it's Kitchy Chipitchy. I was close.
That's how he got his bit. The Kitchy Kitchy Cuckoo.
Right.
You just reciting the lake name.
Oh, kitchen to
And he said it with
Kippy
two
is
in
a
his
Todd
mouth.
in the chat.
He did.
said.
What a pro.
We can't even say it.
That dude's my hero.
Yeah, the chat is trying to help you out too, T. They're
All
letting
right,
you know.
are we done?
Kitchen to Kippy is one in the
Kitchen-
chat.
Oh, Stick said
Kitch-
it
Kippy.
What?
Kitcha Kippy.
J-Mo catch a
Anti
titty.
Yeah. Anti-Computo.
I can milk a
We
cat.
hear Lions vs. Packers 425 Terry Foster.
Woo!
All right.
Let's do this, baby.
All right, peace out.
Smash
Have a
that
great
like
day. We'll see
button.
you next Sunday at 8.
Bye.
Let's go.
We'll be.